Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share some of the updates that I've been working on recently. It's Monday night, sort of late Monday night. I have a chance on Monday nights after work to spend some time working on this project and spend some time over just a little bit of time over the weekend working on this as well, and mainly focused on performance improvements. So I've done a couple things. One of the things that I've done is I've added some UI, so you'll see that in a minute. Let me go ahead and just sort of click on this so we can see the iterations happen. So this is an iteration level 2. And what we're looking at here is two things: an increase in speed when I actually read through the sentence. I was doing some string work, and so I've moved that over to StringBuilder to ensure that I'm not creating garbage that's being collected over time, which is significant with something this size. I'm looking at hundreds of thousands and millions of letters long, and then you see a flash of that UI there. But also you can see that both the sentence building and the actual mesh building is pretty quick here. So that last one there, this is about as much as I can get. This is somewhere in the 200,000 triangles. Obviously, there's some improvements that still need to be made as far as what's happening there. I can actually interact with this a little bit. I'm push my hand up against there, so I've got the physics of it, but I've also got it with a little bit of vertex shader that was fun to write, having that those verts move around a little bit. So I don't know how well that's coming across on video, but it's pretty cool. So I've got that. The other thing that I did was I made it so that I moved everything to a coroutine, as I mentioned previously. But now that coroutine runs as fast as it possibly can. Basically, I use the frame time to only allow the iteration loop to run until I've used up about 8 milliseconds. And then beyond that, I say, okay, save the rest of the calculation for a future frame. And that works out really surprisingly well. I guess not surprisingly, but it works out really well. And I'm surprised just how well it works. I'll go ahead and go back over to the keyboard here where I've got the ability to press this update. The other thing that I've been working on, and when I press this, this is gonna be on the ridiculous end. We'll have some frame loss, and there is a slight frame drop right at the end of the build routine because optimize mesh is not asynchronous. But we'll go ahead and run this. That didn't take too long. You can see actually I'm not having a lot of frame drops here either, so this is not too bad. You can see a little bit there. But then if I go one more step, I think this is getting close to 2 million triangles there, something like that. I'd have to look at the numbers after we're over here. Press this one more time. One last iteration. I think this is 8 iterations that I'm working on now. This takes a bit, but there you can see beautiful tree. Look up there. Also, to get more than 64,000 verts in a single mesh, I had to change the index format for the mesh from 16 to 32-bit, which I've never had to do before. But yeah, perf improvements, logic improvements, making sure that everything, my logic's sound, I'm not creating too much garbage. The mesh creation is happening correctly. I'm rebuilding the geometry, the collider. I am optimizing the mesh. That takes like I say, the mesh optimization. I have a chance of dropping a frame there, but everything else is maintaining high frame rate, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's it.